Depth estimation of a scene is easy for humans to accomplish, but is much harder for computational models to do so with great accuracy along with low use of resources. This is because humans can exploit features such as viewpoint estimating the scale of objects in relation to previously seen objects and their appearance in different settings like a change in lighting, shading, occlusion, and so on. This is an interesting problem to explore as it is of great relevance in applications like scene understanding, robotics, 3D modeling, and autonomous driving. The purpose of this project is to build a computational model to estimate depth from a single image. To obtain a measure of the distance of each point of the scene, the goal in molecular depth estimation is to predict the depth value of each pixel given only a single RGB image as input using supervised and unsupervised machine learning algorithms. To compare and contrast the existing techniques with our implementation, analyze the result and present the future scope. We collected, measured, and analyzed accurate insights from data so as to use this data to determine the depth of each pixel of an image. To achieve accurate depth estimation, a good dataset is necessary. The dataset that we have used is Kitty 2005. It is an open source dataset consisting of 200 training scenes and 200 test scenes. Since Kitty 2015 is a reliable dataset with stereo image pairs for vision training purposes, it is reasonable to assume that all images have the same dimensions and orientations. The datasets are currently kept at the original aspect ratio, while the ability to scale down the image is implemented via subsampling, and downscaling will be used in the future if the training process consumes excessive resources. Methods. The primary reference that we are building upon is Goddard et al. A calibrated stereo pair of images captured at the same moment in time is given as input to the model. This is posed as an image reconstruction problem instead of a depth estimation problem. A pair of images is only required at training time, whereas it is monocular during inference. The model tries to predict the image disparity aligned with one of the images. Image disparity is a quantity which, when multiplied by the image taken from the opposite side, results in the other image in the stereo pair. Then depth d for each pixel can be found by multiplying the focal length and distance between the cameras and dividing it by the disparity value for that pixel. During training, one of the images is passed through a CNN which gives disparity aligned with that image as the output, as well as the disparity aligned with the other image. Both these disparities are multiplied by the respective images from the opposite side to obtain a reconstruction of both the left and right stereo pair. Loss function. The loss function consists of three components: appearance matching loss, disparity smoothness loss, left-right consistency loss. After the CNN is trained, during test time, only a single image needs to be passed to the network, after which it will output a disparity map. Using this disparity map, the depth values can be calculated as mentioned above. Sanity check. First, as a sanity check that these encoded outputs are even interpretable as an embedding, we check that increasingly dissimilar images are further apart in embedding space. Our first way of testing this is to take the frames of a video and use frame distance as a proxy for frame similarity, since after all consecutive images are close to identical. By plotting embedding distance to the first frame against frame position, we can see that the encoded embeddings automatically induce a well-behaved matrix on the set of images and are likely embedding them in close to an actual manifold. This is the graph that we obtained for the embedding distance versus the frame distance. Exploring embedding geometry. Next, we tried to apply some unsupervised techniques to better understand the geometry of the embedding space. Margin. First, we computed the centroids of all images embeddings in each of the CIFAR 10 classes, as well as the average distance between embeddings within classes. Inspired by large margin generalization bounds, we thought that comparing intra-class variation to inter-class variation could help gauge a bound on the margin of the embedding clusters between different classes. K-means. To more explicitly support this finding, we decided to approach the data from another angle, to see if running 10 means could recover the 10 classes, which is another measure of the quality of these embeddings, as measured in the linear separability they induce. PCA. Finally, to visually verify our hypotheses, we computed PCA on the embeddings and visualized the first few principal components. Linear classification. We tried training logistic regression using the image embeddings from the encoder of the monocular depth estimation model and were able to obtain accuracy 0.69184 as a baseline. We ran logistic regression on the raw images and obtained a surprisingly high yet significantly lower accuracy of 0.4241. We are referring the work by Liu et al. 2 for this approach. This method requires a dataset of images with their respective ground truth depth maps. The model makes use of the concept of a conditional random field to formulate a CRF loss layer and pose this as a maximum a posteriori inference problem. The input image is split into superpixel image patches of a fixed size which are given as input to the model. The model and the energy function that is used to calculate the posterior probability consist of two parts, unary component and the pairwise component. Here are some sample results after testing on the new dataset. Indoor scene image, actual depth map, ground truth. Example outdoor scene image, actual depth map and ground truth. Results. The goal of this project are to replicate state-of-the-art results within a reasonable margin of error on standard dense depth estimation benchmarks. The deliverable of the project is a trained convolutional neural network that maps images to depth maps using a model such as that proposed by Zhao et al. On standard datasets such as KITTI, NYU depth datasets, and other datasets such as cityscapes. The result for k-means clustering were as follows. This is the result for two principal components. This is the result for three principal components. We use the following metrics to calculate the results as mentioned in 2. Average relative error, root mean square error. The output for indoor scenes produced a relative error of 7.0366 and a mean square error of 3.5147. Similarly, for outdoor scenes, 772.27 and 14.86 respectively. Conclusion. We have described the problem of monocular depth estimation and both the unsupervised and supervised methods to solve this problem in the methodology section.